What's going on, guys? I apologize for the long wait on this one, but welcome to the first episode of my Arizona Coyotes expansion team series. As always, guys, I had a poll on both my YouTube channel and my Twitter asking you guys which team I should use next, and the overwhelming majority of you wanted to see this Arizona Coyote expansion mode series. Thank you so much, like the 7,500 that voted on YouTube. I really appreciate it. If you've been living under a rock, you might not know the Arizona Coyotes are actually relocating to Utah. There's not a team name yet, but the Arizona Coyotes we know are no longer there. Now, there have been rumors that Arizona could actually get a new expansion team in a few years. That's what this series is about. We're bringing hockey back to Arizona via an expansion team, kind of like when, the Thrashers returned to Winnipeg. Even though it was a new franchise, they still kept the team name Winnipeg Jets. As you guys can see, we got a new logo there. I feel like it actually kind of fits Arizona. Like, it looks like a coyote, but he's got the shades on because you're in Arizona. I'm trying to basically make their old, secondary colors the primary colors. So we got purple, green, and orange there. Purple being the main. There's really no NHL team in the league right now that has purple as a main. I think LA used to, but no longer the case. So we're taking a new color. I'll show you guys the jerseys here. I think they turned out pretty sharp. So again, purple's the main, green's the secondary, orange there is the third. So right there's a look at the home jersey. You can see we have the Kachina on the shoulders, just as an homage, I guess, to the old Coyotes franchise. The away jersey there is basically just all white and purple. And then finally the alternate, we actually do bring the Kachina back with the Coyotes jersey again. In a new style though, it's purple, so kind of call it a reverse retro, I guess. Also, too, guys, in case you want to make this team for yourself, right here you can see all the colors there for the logo. The Kachina logo as well. I actually have the old Coyotes logo on the shoulder patches for that alternate jersey. In terms of the team details, I mean, pretty self-explanatory. Everything's like Arizona Coyotes. Arena name, Arizona Arena. We don't know it yet. They had some, renderings of what they could have made before they actually relocated, a couple weeks before. It was interesting timing for sure. Team prestige bottom, we're an expansion team, that makes sense. Market size though is large. I think Phoenix is the 5th most populated city in America. You can see the rest of these things are pretty low, so even though we're not having owner mode turned on, it should probably affect free agency. Now, all the concession stuff that was at the max 3, because we're, of course, playing in a brand new arena. And before I show you guys the mascot, if you could leave a quick thumbs up on this video, it really helps me out. I decided to go with a snake, because obviously Arizona's in the desert, and there's a bunch of snakes in the desert. Also getting the number 5 there and the name Rattle, because representing a rattlesnake. And I feel like the number 5 is the number that most looks like a snake. You can kind of see the head at the top there, tail at the bottom. So that's what we did. Obviously, would have liked to do a coyote, but there was no coyote available. Could have went with this guy, maybe named him Tasmanian Devil or something, but I feel like the snake fits. And real quick, guys, I want to give a shout out to Betano. If you're located in Ontario, Canada, you need to give them a try. They're a premier online betting site that offers a wide array of sports to bet on, including hockey, football, basketball, baseball, MMA, boxing, and many others. I personally love playing on Betano because they have the most parlay options of any book I've seen. They allow you to create same-game parlays with player props, run lines from multiple sports, and add alternate game props to any parlay. They also offer early payout features on every major sport. Betano also has a robust online casino offering live table action on all major table games, including blackjack, roulette, craps, and more. If you're like me, you love their bonus buy feature, which allows you to immediately buy bonus rounds on a variety of different slot games. The sign-up process is super quick and easy. They offer fast withdrawals, easy and quick deposit methods, and sharper lines compared to most other books in Ontario. So if you're 19 plus and located in Ontario, click the link in the description box below to give Betano a try. Remember too, guys, to always play responsibly. Now, let's get back in the video. Now, in terms of the arena, you guys can see the design for it there in the background along with the Jumbotron. But if you are curious about some of the effects and stuff, we have the board smash, wind celebration, prop, unfortunately. There's a snake they can skate out of, but again, no coyotes, so we're just going with that. American National Anthem. Again, we are in Arizona. For the audience projection, I'm going with this one. I think it's supposed to be more Miami Vice, but still, the palm trees and stuff you would find in the desert. Obviously, I wanted to try, something cool. I think, too, for the intro, we got the purple smoke. Hat trick goal, decided to go with aliens just because I don't think, Area 51, I believe, is in Nevada, but it's not too far from Arizona. Plus, mix it up, not just be the hats. And then, like I was saying too, guys, you can see the purple smoke there. Again, this team, definitely, going heavy into that purple. So, hopefully, you guys like the, new look Arizona Coyotes, the jerseys, mascot, arena, all that stuff. And now, for this expansion mode series, guys, you can see right now there's actually 2 Arizona Coyotes teams, the one I just made as well as the original. So, the original we're going to sub out for the Utah team. Like I mentioned before, we don't know what the Utah team is actually going to be called. I don't think there's any possibility of this, but for now, we're going to have them be the Utah Grizzlies. I would have made them the Salt Lake City Dragons, kind of like a cool throwback to one of my previous series this year, but it is confirmed they'll be Utah. In this roster, I should mention this is Vasi roster 9. He has a Utah Grizzly team. So that works out perfectly. So now, guys, again, if you go to the Utah team, you'll see they have Clayton Keller, Schmaltz, Krause. Like, they are the Arizona roster, whereas we're going to have a brand new roster via the expansion draft. And actually, right now, guys, I can quickly make an AHL expansion team as well.
20 minutes later.
So right here, guys, look at the AHL team I made, the Houston Explorers. There's also been some rumors about Houston possibly getting an expansion team. Right now, they don't even have an AHL team. We're giving them that AHL team. I know they used to have one, the Houston Arrows. As you can see there, everything's like space themed. The colors, kind of like the Houston Texans, maybe a bit like the Houston Rockets, just the red and white, the blue being the secondary. So I feel like that actually turned out pretty cool. You got the astronaut there on the dark blue background. I was thinking that's kind of like, you know, him in space. The away jersey there, the alternate. Tried something different there with the Rocket logo, the white gloves. So overall, I feel like, you know, it's pretty cool. At least in terms of an AHL team, should be good enough. So right here are the two teams, guys. We got the Arizona Coyotes and the NHL, Houston Explorers and the AHL. It is a little weird probably that Utah still has like the Tucson Roadrunners AHL team, which obviously definitely relates more to Arizona Coyotes, but really no way around that. Now, in terms of the divisions, so Utah should be in the Central. Utah is pretty close to Colorado. The question is, do we move Arizona to the Pacific, since they are super close to Vegas, as well as like the California teams too in LA and Anaheim? Or do we put them in the Central where they originally belonged? You know what? I think we'll just keep them in the Central. That way we can't have a rivalry with like the old Arizona Coyotes team in the Utah Grizzlies. Would be pretty funny if, you know, we're matching up with them in the playoffs, which obviously a better chance of that happening if we're in the same division. Also, too, guys, if you are curious about the ratings, I mentioned how like the old Arizona Coyotes, they're only 81 overall. They're actually lower rated than Chicago. Anaheim's only an 81. Sharks are an 80. Again, this is Vasi roster update 9. I have made some changes to like prospects and stuff. Really nothing major though. Montreal there's an 81, also the lowest. And then the highest rated teams, you got the Rangers at 89, Lightning, Bruins both 88, the Avs and the Stars are 88, the Jets are 89, and I think in the Pacific, yeah, Vegas and Vancouver both 88. So should be a fun expansion draft. Obviously, you guys are going to have owner mode turned off. Don't really have to worry about hot dog prices. Add contractor, you want to do that every time. That way, like, guys are still expiring when they're supposed to be. Salary caps on, edit lines, fog of war off. Morale's off there. Computer trades will be on. Now, in terms of the Seattle exemption, I believe when we did the Salt Lake City Dragons, I left them exempt, but I feel like this draft would probably be happening at a different time, at which point, you know, Seattle could be involved in the expansion draft, especially if Vegas is as well. Now, having said that, guys, I do want to point out, I just recently, you know, did that Salt Lake City Dragons expansion series. One rule I'm going to have is I cannot draft a single player that I drafted in that series. So right there, you guys can see on screen, every single player I drafted, I can't draft any of those guys, so it's going to be a brand new team. I know a lot of people are worried about, you know, it being too similar. I'm going to make sure that is not the case. And now in terms of the settings here, as always, injuries turned off. Make sure authentic cap penalties are on. Same with draft pick ownership. Trade difficulty, I'm going to have set to hard just because I think it makes it more challenging, more fun. But one change I am going to make, guys, is setting the Simmons scoring to high. I feel like that gave a bit more realistic results, especially when you look at the scoring that we saw this season. Draft class quality, prospect quality is set to low until 2028, at which point we set it to medium. So basically the first 4 years when there's actually, you know, real creative prospects in the drafts, we'll leave it low. Then once they're all gone, we put it back to medium. And then as always, too, you want to set attribute effects to 9 out of 10. That way there's a better chance of the good teams doing good and the bad teams doing bad. But here we go, guys. Time to start this Arizona Coyotes expansion team series. Looks kind of funny, honestly, like the two custom logos next to each other. But like I said, I'm super excited, especially too, like, not being able to take, you know, Taylor Hall, Brent Burns, especially the goalies. Like, there's a lot of good goalies we took. Dustin Wolf, Spencer Knight. Like, we can't take those guys. It is going to be a lot more challenging, I think, now in the expansion draft. I will get to that here. Obviously, that's the kind of, you know, the core of this series, who we're going to take in that draft. And look at this, guys. A lot of results just came in for the makeup 2023 draft. Utah jumps from 13-3 via Ottawa. Oh my goodness. Columbus 1, Anaheim 2. We're picking at 4. So again, you're going to have like 5 medium elites at the top of the draft. They're just going to be like computer generated guys. After that, you're not going to have anything. So usually I'll trade away those picks. I think just to make it more fair, we'll make our picks as they are. We won't trade any of the way because I think it's kind of taking advantage of the computer a bit too much. But next year, guys, we're getting started with the expansion draft. Again, if there's anyone you think I should have taken, there's a good chance I took them last time, and that's why I won't be taking them this time. For instance, Luke Dostal on the Ducks. So looking at them here, they really don't have a lot available. Let's just double check. Okay, I was wondering maybe they would have protected Gibson. They did not. I feel like Ben-Olivier Gruel here, 23, 77, medium, top 9. Doesn't really cost us anything. He's the pick from the Ducks, unfortunately. Not getting a whole lot there. Boston Bruins, last time we took Grizzly. We could take Brandon Carlo here. For whatever reason is available. Now, last expansion draft and this one I will not be taking. Why is Swayman? Allmark must have a no trade clause or something, because Swayman's a 90 at 24, high elite. I think Allmark's like 89 and he's like, what, 29, 30 years old. For some reason they're protecting him over Swayman. I will not be taking Swayman if this expansion draft happened. Definitely one of those two goalies would get traded. So I think we'll take Brandon Carlo. Pretty young still, solid, you know, shutdown defensive defenseman. Could be part of this future core. Look at the Sabres here. Last time we did not take a goalie. I see for good reason. Lukin they protect. Devin Levi we cannot take. So, I mean, all those guys at the top actually have a lot of salary. Buffalo pick might be a throwaway pick looking at it here. Rustalainen, I guess, 25-76, medium top 9. But, yeah, basically just a waste of a pick. Calgary Flames up next. Blake Coleman, surprisingly, does not get protected. All right, now let's see. Did they potentially... No, okay. They left Dustin Wolf available again. I thought maybe they'd protect him over Markstrom. Coleman, 84, making almost 5 for the next 5 years. I think, Shillington, 78, 26, 2.5 for 2. Shillington probably should have been an 80. There's some guys I was trying to, like, edit, but just missed. Papasil could take... We want just, you know, somebody to take a bunch of bad hits out there. Actually, the Flames have a Hotyuk here. I know everyone loves to hear me say his name. 22-76, high top 6. Let's take him there. Moving on now, guys, to Carolina. As I mentioned, cannot take Brent Burns. Teravainen's available, though. 28.85. Now, I'm wondering, is Kochekov available? No, they protect him. Actually, he might even be exempt from the draft because Anderson also isn't there. We'll take Toivo Teravainen. 85 overall, $5 million for the next 2 years. Could definitely be a first-line winger for us. Chicago Blackhawks don't protect Alex Vlasic. What? So they protect Jones, they protect Murphy, and they protect someone else on D? I'm really confused by this. 83 overall, he's only 22, 4.6 for the next 6 years. Not going to overthink this one. They actually do protect Taylor Hall this time. Yeah, we'll take Alex Vlasic there. So him and Carlo, we get a couple, like, in their 20s, shutdown D-man. Don't really need Josh Manson for that reason. Sean Walker we could take, only a couple years, then flip him. Ross Colton's available. Definitely some players. I'm thinking Sean Walker, same rating as Manson, but less term, less money. And now next year, guys, look at the Columbus Blue Jackets. So you got Jake Bean there, 25-82, medium top 4. Boakvist there, 3 years younger, 3 overall lower, but he's got the low elite. A lot of people wanted me to take Boakvist last time. I took Andrew Peak. I mean, he does have a lot more, you know, time to grow. He's got the low elite potential. I will take him. We'll see if he can, you know, turn into a player for us. Dallas here. Would love to take Thomas Harley. Unfortunately, we took him with Salt Lake. I honestly can't believe they're not protecting him. So they're protecting Heiskanen, Lindell, and then if it's not Tanev or Harley, I don't even know. Hackenpaw's there as well. Doesn't make a ton of sense, but take a look. Delandria, 22.79. It's either him or Hackenpaw. Hackenpaw's got a couple X factors. Very cheap contract. Value-wise, probably more than Delandria. There's high top 9. So we'll take Hackenpaw with, you know, the intention of trading him away. Next year, guys, we have the Red Wings. Cannot take Perron. Could take Gostisbehere, though. Solid offensive defenseman if he's our power play 1 guy. Could put up some points. You also got Joe Veleno, though. 23.80, medium top 6. You know what, though? I just feel like Gostisbehere, especially if he's putting up some points, we can definitely get a better return for than Veleno. Oilers here have Henrique Ekholm available as well. I guess 84 overall, $6 million for the next 4 years. Ekholm probably should be higher rated than 84. Another guy I think I missed on. He should probably be at least an 85, if not 86. Adam Henrique, though, it's a good term, only making 1.5. We'll take him. And next year, guys, we got the Florida Panthers, as I mentioned. Cannot take Spencer Knight. Lusterainen, though, 24.82, high top 9. I think we should take him, unless for some reason, yeah, Bobrovsky's not there, Knight is. So we'll take Lusterainen in here. I think we actually are getting some pretty solid players back. Looking at LA, we cannot take Victor Arvidsson. I took him with Salt Lake. Matt Roy, 83, not making a ton of money. In terms of defense, we're already at 7. Kaliev, 21.80, could kind of replace not taking Joe Veleno. I have seen Kaliev get pretty good. We've already got a lot of defensemen to trade. You know what? Let's give a chance to Arthur Kaliev here. See what happens. Minnesota Wild up next. We can't take Foligno. He's actually not even available. Jake Middleton, pretty decent contract. That's why we didn't really need to take Matt Roy there. So, yeah, let's take Jacob Middleton again. Another guy I'll probably just be trading. Montreal here, I took Harvey Pinard last time. This time, I mean, Kovacevic making no money for the next 3 years, 80 overall. Could be some value in terms of the goaltenders. Kane Primo, 23.78, low starter. Let's go for no money. Let's take Kovacevic. You guys can see we still have $54 million in cap space, so might actually have to start taking some bigger contracts just to hit the cap floor. For some reason, Nashville has Nyquist available, 85 overall, making $3 million for the next 3 years. Definitely taking him, unless Saros is available. Yeah, he's not, so yeah, I'm not going to overthink it. We'll take Nyquist. Fabro's also not bad. Barry I took last time. We'll take Nyquist there. Goes a solid forward. Definitely will be in our top 6. Looking at the Devils here. Ooh, this might be another throwaway pick. Goaltenders, Kakanen's not worth the money. I guess Kevin Ball, 22.78, high top 6, is actually pretty decent. So take him there. Looking at the Islanders next, we could get Varlamov. Let me see. Yeah, Varlamov's available, 84 overall. Could be our starting goalie. We have yet to take a goalie. Could also take Ryan Pollock, although he's 85 overall, making $6 million for the next 8 years. It's a lot of term if we're going to be a rebuilding team, which kind of looking at the roster, I'm pretty sure we will be. I mean, we take Varlamov, flip him at the deadline. Although he's making 5. I didn't realize Varlamov. I guess it's technically 4 because you minus a year, but 2.79 till he's 39. Maybe I will be taking Ryan Pollock here. I guess it pays him till he's 36. Anders Lee, more money, less term. I feel like Pollock, though, we could probably get a good price for. Let's take Ryan Pollock. Looking at the Rangers next year, last time I took Lafreniere. This time, this is an easy pick. Condre Miller is between those two, and Miller is the guy for us this time. Look at the Ottawa Senators, Matthew Joseph. I don't really want a lot of money. Jacob Bernard Docker wouldn't be bad at all. 22 years old, 80 overall, another defenseman. I'm not sure what the max is. We're definitely getting close. Philadelphia Flyers, Travis Sanheim, again, they don't protect. He's like their third best guy behind York and Drysdale in terms of value. Don't quite understand that one. Maybe there must be somebody that has like a no move clause. Now, I can't take Sanheim, unfortunately. We took him with Salt Lake. Atkinson could consider. What do they have for goalies? They only have Peterson. Wow, Tyson Forster, 2180, medium top 6. I don't know why they wouldn't protect him. Maybe they don't have enough spots. Definitely that's who we'll take, especially since we do need forwards. Ryan Graves there, a lot of money there for an 82. Let's see, anyone worth taking on Pittsburgh? Pierre-Olivier Joseph, 2378, medium top 4. He's our guy. Okay, we're at the defensive max, so let me see if there's somebody else I can get rid of. All right, guys, so rather than taking Ohotyuk there, I think I'm going to switch it up and maybe take Blake Coleman, making, a little bit of money, but still, if he's in our top 6, could be a guy we can flip. Like I said, we do need to start taking some forwards, and again, I would prefer, Joseph there, medium top 4, opposed to Ohotyuk's high top 6. The Sharks have about nothing. Could take Hoffman. I think I took Zadina last time. If we play Hoffman top 9, there's a chance we can flip them. Goalies, they got advantage check. I don't want that contract. You know what? We do have to hit the cap floor the first year. Let's take Mike Hoffman there. Definitely doing him a favor, taking him out of San Jose. Seattle Kraken. So we didn't pick from them last time. Can take anybody we want. Kailer Yamamoto, 2481, low top 6, but could turn it around. Not making a ton of money. Brian Dumoulin, though, 84. 3 for the next 3. He's definitely a guy we could trade, get some value on. Grubauer there and Drieger. Don't want either of the bad contracts. All right, yeah, so for me, it's between Yamamoto and Dumoulin. I think Dumoulin's going to have a lot more value. If we do this, though, okay, we have to get rid of another defenseman. I'm probably going to get rid of Kovacevic in Montreal. And I'm just going to swap him out here for Yolinen, 2378, medium top 9. Not quite a throwaway, but pretty close to a throwaway pick. I doubt he ever makes the NHL team. Could be an AHL star for us, though. St. Louis Blues here. Nick Leddy's available. Brandon Saad. We took Sunkfist. Kapanen's available. I mean, Jacob Verana, if he actually gets some ice time, like he's got a decent shot there, could take Verana. I'm going to take Verana here. I'm going to give him one more shot, see if he can really turn his career around. We have seen, some pretty good flashes from him. Eric Chernick here would not be too bad, although 5.2 for, I guess, again, technically 8 years because you have to minus 1 for an 83 is quite a lot. Darren Radish, though, not making a ton of money, although we don't have any defensive spots left. Tyler Mott, do they have a goalie? They do not. We still have 0 goalies. Oh my, I gotta go take a goalie at some point. I think I'm just gonna take Tyler Mott here, making like no money. Again, I gotta take a goalie. I'm not even sure who there is to take. Giordano, Brody, that's who we took last time with the Leafs. They don't really have a lot for us. They do have Joseph Woll, though. Talking about a goalie, 2042 medium starter. They protected Samsonov over him. Samsonov's like, I think, a couple years older, 1 overall higher. Utah Grizzlies we actually get to pick from as well. This is pretty funny. So who are we bringing back to the desert? Can't take... They protected both Melka and Ingram. That's funny. It shows you they just had like no skaters to protect. Actually, I don't think there's any way to protect 2 goalies. One of them must have been exempt. Somehow Kesterlin's on here twice. I don't know how that happened. We got a clone of Kesterlin. Kuliachonic, 2274. Jenik here, 2277. He's probably the guy. Again, a bit of a throwaway pick, but you never know. Looking at the Canucks here, could take Casey DeSmith, 1.8 million for the next 2 years. If we just need a backup behind Joseph Woll, Mikhaev's got too much money. Same with like Myers. Yeah, you know what? We do need goalies. I'm gonna take DeSmith here, so I feel like probably doing the Canucks a bit of a favor. Golden Knights should have Logan Thompson or Aiden Hill. They have Logan Thompson available. Okay, so I took Marchessault last time I went with them. Can't take him this time. Actually, wait. Rather than Logan Thompson, we could take Noah Hannafin. 86 overall. He is signed to a big contract, but could be a member of our team for the long future. Yeah, I mean, 86 overall D-man. He's still, 26 years old. That is a big-time pick. Actually, if we're going to do that, though, we have to get rid of another defenseman. Jeez. All right, guys, so it's going to be Kevin Ball here we're getting rid of. And honestly, the Devils have, like, nothing for us. Graham Clark, 2277, high top 9. Nolan Foote, 2 overall less, not as good potential. So, yeah, we'll just take Clark there. And again, that allows us to take Hanifin here from Vegas. Looking at the Capitals next. They have TJ Oshie available. A bit of money, but, you know, TJ Oshie's kind of sick. Could take Kemper, but $5 million for the next 5 years, 8th year overall. You know what? I think I'm going to take Oshie. He'll be like the veteran. We're paying a bit of money. We still have $18 million in cap space. And now Winnipeg here. Niederreiter, Gabe Vilardi has to be the pick. 2384. Why would you not protect him? If we want to take him, we'll have to take one more goalie. So let me look around, guys, and see which team has a decent goalie we can take. And actually, you know what, guys? It's going to be Caden Primo here from Montreal. 2378 low starter. We swapped out Yolanen for him. And now we can take Vilardi here from the Jets. So goaltenders definitely, you know, not as good as they have been, but you look at this squad, I feel like, you know, very optimistic. We're not going to be very good anytime soon, but defensively we're stacked, have a bunch of defensemen to trade away. A lot of, you know, pretty young players, honestly, considering the expansion draft rules. Should have a decent first line, should have a decent, you know, goalie tandem. Pretty happy that it's turned out. And so right here, guys, look at all of our picks from the expansion draft. Again, I made sure not to take a single player that we did in the Salt Lake series, so should be a lot of fun. Again, I think a really good, you know, core of players to start rebuilding around. Again, and next we actually get to go to the redo 2023 draft where there's 5 players worth taking. The rest don't matter. So we're going to take our guy, and then like I said, I'm not going to cheese the computer too much, so we'll just sim to our pick here. Whoever we get, who we get. So 67 medium top 6 by Arizona, or sorry, by Utah. That is tough. You got a 77 medium elite at 2, 81 medium elite at 1 to the Columbus Blue Jackets in Tarnstrom. Did Utah mess up their first ever pick? And it looks like they did. Demetrius Beach, how'd they miss out on this guy? Defenseman. Wow. Zdeno Chara, similar style, NHL ready. Oh, I kind of feel bad for them. Let's take a look. 79 medium elite. What is Utah doing? Already looks like the new Arizona Coyotes are off to a better start than the old. We'll sim to the next round here. I'm just kind of curious to see what the rest of this first round looked like. So, medium top 6. I guess there are medium top 6s to be had in the first round, but like that shows you how bad it is. The Flyers there get a medium 7th with the 9th overall pick. So I think, wow, medium top 6 defenseman. Yeah, this for a first round is absolute trash. There are guys who like didn't get drafted in real life 2023, and then like I said, there's just, you know, a few guys added in. So we got super lucky with our pick. We should be getting one of these 4 guys that are like in the mid 60s, medium top 6 somehow. We lucked into a medium elite. Utah, you know, did us one final favor. So I'm just going to sim the rest of this draft here, guys. And this is actually, we're going to end the first episode, I guess you call it like the prequel episode, before we get started with the first season of the new look Arizona Coyotes expansion team series. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, leave that thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit sub button down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.